Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is February 28, 2023, end of the month here. So as we were mentioning yesterday here, the candle ended up opening up, getting into some of the wick of the previous day, and then came down for that low that we were discussing here first. And now we're left with let's see here. This obviously big, massive pool here. Not sure why this isn't drawn out. Yep, and then did we take out this low? No, I don't think we did. No, yeah. So we're real close to it, right? Let's see the low of this candle, top left, low 32,570. Low of this candle is 32,567. So yes, I'm sorry, we did take out this low. I was focused on this low as well for the day. Let me go into a smaller time frame so you can see this. And you'll see here that the manipulation was heavy today, very heavy, very tough day. But if you had caught it from here, you were in a good position, obviously, right? If you were getting caught up with this, you know, I feel bad because it was a tough ass day. So, couple good scalps up here, but this was the move. I was fortunate to get into this move only by luck, to be honest, and not because luck, but because I normally don't take trades too early, but the good window is between like 7 and like 8:30. And the thing is that we had news at 10 o'clock today. So pre-news is always is sometimes a good thing because you'll catch a lot of movement and positions before even the news hour comes out. So that being the case, I see the break here. So okay, let me start from the beginning. Let me go to the 1 hour. I'm sorry. So 1 hour here, you'll see that we had this big wick right here. You see this big wick right there that was left? So that would be a supply wick to me, rejection wick to me. Price, if when we woke up, the price came down and took out that low and took out that low. See that? So we've got intermediate lows already taken out and liquidity. Doesn't mean it's the long game, it's short term. And then when we were rallying up here, this is all London, obviously though, and we wake up and we're here. Okay, so we're already in this supply wick, right? We don't need to take that wick out, and we don't need to take that. We're looking for bearish prices. We're bearish, obviously. We got bearish flows here. Now, I'm not saying price can't come up here, and yes, this is a big dangling carrot, but at the end of the day, you're following order flow, and you're looking for these other objectives. So, in general, price comes up, and it stops right here. It taps into it. So then I'm going to go into a smaller time frame here for you. Once you're in here, you're looking at things and you're like, okay, well, you got this big imbalance here. I didn't highlight that, but you can see this big imbalance, and then this would be the wick. This red section would be the wick of that previous hour that I showed you. So when we're in here, we're watching order flow. Look at the breaks. So came down, came up. You could have been a seller here, but that is just not enough confirmation and it's too risky. So you wait for another break. Very clear this is a break. It comes down here and stops right here, right? Now we got these equal lows, too clean. All right, so price rallies back up into, sorry, this thing is always going off. Big, massive imbalance. We got this candle right here as a resistance block, meaning when the price breaks down, all right, when it comes back up, it mitigates this area and it gets into that resistance block. So this is your classic support resistance right here situation, right? I wish I could fix these candles a little better, sorry. So you see here, so price then breaks through to break a structure for me, leaves this big imbalance, was this obviously this blue box. Then we have this yellow looking box here. That's this resistance block. So we have that coupled with the imbalance. Price comes back in nicely, right into a little bit above the 50% of it. All right. And then your stop loss is always above the imbalance. I could have put it above here, but this was good enough for me. Because if it was going to go higher than here, then I'm just completely wrong. But at the same time, right here is your stop loss, and you're in here, 32,950. You got a 16-point stop loss, which is freaking amazing. But this is only because of years of practice. Otherwise, I don't expect everyone to get 16-point stop losses. But the point is that my range is generally up to about 35. You'll rarely see me do 40 to 50, but sometimes it's possible. But I like to stay within the 10 to 35 is a kosher spot for me. But beautiful sell. See the reaction. I'm getting feedback, right? So the reaction is coming down and they're holding. So once I see the bearish movement happening, sorry, let me fix this here. Price comes down, and let me stop right here before I even continue. Let me go to here. You'll see that this was a good sell, only because you see this is the divergence that I'm looking for. We got NASDAQ that took out. You see how it peaks right above and takes out that short-term high right there? Well, guess what? ES or S&P, none. Didn't take it, and neither did we. Neither did Dow Jones. See that? So that was the catalyst for the sell, right? So now I'm already in the sell and I'm coming down, and we're already down here. Good position. I'm not worried about it. Yes, we took out these lows right here, but at the same time, we got this juicy low right there. All right. Now, am I aiming for that big low that's down here? Am I aiming for that? Yes, I am. But I don't expect it to happen all today. This low, which was Friday's low, that was good enough for me, which was actually the week low. This is the week low of the previous week, right? So I'm confident in holding this trade here. Why? Well, we got the sell verdict here, and then we have another divergence right here. You see from here to here, from there to there, and from here to here, and then NASDAQ again with telling on itself. See that? So right here, we don't take out that high. We don't take out that high. And down here, we obviously don't take out that high. And here we do take out that high. So this is another reason why to hold short. This happened for us, for whoever was trading Dow Jones. It was a different scenario for others. But at the same time, if you had this understanding, then we're going straight for the target. We're going straight for this low, which had happened beautifully. And on top of that, this imbalance is holding price nicely. See that? So it acts as what? It acts as a resistance, right? So beautiful day as far as the analysis goes. Sitting through this was hell, guaranteed. I did try to take a buy here. Definitely didn't happen. But came back and retested and retraced. You could have been a seller after it took out this high right there. You could have been a seller right there when it came into this imbalance right there. Nicely, you could have been a seller there. You could have been a seller right here. Nicely. Could have been a seller there. And rode it the way down. Then we have a nice little gap right there. All right, so this was the day here. Go back to a daily chart. What do we got? All right, so we took out that low, which was the last week's low, which was Friday. All right. And now we have this dangling carrot here. So this is a dangling carrot as well. So the way they got this big ass imbalance, we know that the price is supposed to go up there and seal price and deliver fairly. But they're not doing that, obviously. So you're looking for a target of lows. That should be your mindset. Now, I'm not saying we're not coming back up here. We are. Well, let me rephrase that. We might not come back here for a while. It might be months. It might be a situation where we had this situation where we had this gap here and we had this imbalance, and we never filled up this gap and this imbalance until literally what was this? Damn near 2.5 months later, almost 3 technically, but we'll just say 2 to 2.5 months. Right? So this could be that same scenario. I don't know. And anybody, any teacher, any mentor is telling you that they know, they don't fucking know. All right? Excuse my language. So in general, where are we going? We've spent a lot of time on the top side. I'm looking for bearish prices. So lower low, lower high, and muscle its way down. Now, we do have these lows. Will I see a big reaction after it hits this? Sure. I'm assuming that we're going to then open up. We're going to come back up here. Now, we come back up here and stop and come down, or we come back up to this high right here, today's high, and come back down. And I don't see us pushing hard up first. Now, I see us taking out this low first, and then, kind of like here, where we came down, and then we muscled our way slowly up for this imbalance. So I'm assuming something like this, and then coming back up here. So that being said, don't want to make this video too long. And the dollar was hell today, actually. So where did the dollar go, actually? Oh. So, and here's the dollar was no help. It was running with us, but it was help around 1 o'clock when it, or yeah, 115, something like that. Once it broke above and went this direction, this is when all indices went down. Because we were all stuck in the same position. Dollar was not that helpful today at all. So, except at 1 o'clock. So, because you can see that when it broke here, it went up, and then we were going down. All right, so I hope this helps. You guys take care. Have a good week. God bless.